morning from Seoul. Today we are doing a pretty long hike all around the entire city. We are starting the hike in the middle of the business district, and we ended up in a pretty bougie coffee shop drinking some really good actually cold brew before we start today's hike.
So what is this hike called?
The Seoul City Wall hike or trail.
So it's 13 miles?
About 13 miles. It goes all around the entire city of Seoul.
I know this seems like a really weird place to start a hike like this,
Yeah.
but it's the old city walls from the 13th century.
14th century?
From the 14th century. So the city's obviously grown a lot bigger since then, but you are supposed to be able to get to the top of a few peaks here and see really good views of Seoul. All right, so it begins. This whole trail is what, about a half marathon? Except we're walking and not running.
Yeah, it is noon though, so.
Yeah, we got off to a late start today.
Oh, actually this thing happening over there.
Yeah, wonder what they're doing.
Changing the guard?
Maybe.
So there's 4 main gates on this entire route, and it's kind of like a treasure map. We get this map, and then at each one we get a stamp. So, oh, this one's already stamped. Hold on. Okay. So, it's all in Korean. Hold on, I gotta Google Translate where we are. We are right here. So, do you want to do it?
No, you go ahead.
Yeah? Oh, wait. Am I doing this wrong? Woo! First one. We haven't even walked a few steps yet of the trail. We got so many more miles to go.
Okay, so this map that they gave us, all the roads are in Korean, but that's not really the problem so much as the fact that it's entirely covered with graphics of where the wall used to be and stuff.
So it's been on like 20 minutes. We're still in the same spot.
There's the gate that we went through right there, and we think we have it, but it turns out a bunch of this trail just goes straight through the Seoul City streets.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense, but
Eventually
we'll
it's supposed to hit like parks and stuff, but just getting out of here is kind of confusing.
Okay.
Okay, after about
45 minutes or so.
like a mile and a half of just wandering around the city, we finally found the trail, and we know for a fact we're on it now.
Yeah, it's really tough in the cities. It's not very well marked.
Not
However,
at all.
this, I'm pretty sure, is the wall. Up there. There's a sign right here.
So like we said earlier, this wall is from the late 1300s, and because it's so old and stretched all around the Old Kingdom, when Seoul grew, the city kind of grew around the wall. So on this path, you kind of have to walk through these neighborhoods and through the city, but also some parks and through some mountains too. So I'm really excited to see that. But at least while we're walking through these really narrow alleyways, they have signs here and there to point us in the right direction. Look, there's a coffee shop.
Now we gotta go. We found the trail again. I have a feeling we're gonna go through this all day.
Oh yeah, but I think the goal now, or the trick now, is to just look at the wall and then just follow it, just stick to the wall.
Yeah, while it's still there, but it disappears in some areas. I think we're summiting a mountain now. It's somewhere back here, but this is a cool viewpoint. There's some famous buildings in Seoul. This sign describes them.
Oh man, just a well of information from us, huh? And I love how foggy it is right now. It is just so nice.
We couldn't have picked a better day to do this, honestly. It's overcast, it rains just a tiny bit, but mostly it's just like breezy and cloudy. It's really nice. I love how all the Korean informational boards just have so much personality. This guy's whistling.
I love that. Does that mean we're not doing it right if we're not whistling?
Whistle. Oh, geez. So, a few hundred steps later, we're out of breath, but also on the other side of the camera here, apparently there's like a military installation or a government installation or something, and we're not allowed to film it, but I'm not sure why we're telling you guys this.
It's cool.
Next stop, this summit.
Now we have the best view of Seoul.
Check this out, you guys. .360 view.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so as soon as we got up here, like exactly as we were reaching the summit, the fog just rolled in and you can't see further than maybe 20 or so feet.
What's nice though is it's sprinkling a little bit, so you can't tell if this is sweat or rain.
The temperature actually up here is perfect.
I did come to the really sad realization that we should have brought snacks.
So Tia's getting hangry.
That's where we're at. But this is awesome. I mean, we're at the highest point in Seoul.
That feels like you're floating in the clouds, which is really cool. Okay, you guys, before we go down, we've got to correct a couple things. This is the second highest peak in the Seoul area. The highest one is up around here.
Right here.
Yeah. This is where we started. We missed a place to get a stamp.
I feel like we're not doing very good on this mission. Maybe I'll just draw one in. Do you think I can have some crayons and just...
You heard it here first, you guys. Tia wants to cheat.
Hey, I'm not going back. That's like 3 miles away.
Let's just go down. Look at her. She actually is cheating.
It's one of those moments where we find one of the true differences between the two of us. This gives me the heebie-jeebies because I'm scared of heights, and I don't like that with the fog you can't see how far down it goes, and Cheveyo just absolutely loves it.
Okay, so imagine this railing wasn't here and you had a hammock. You could just chill in the hammock and fall asleep while watching the fog and the distant scenery below. It'd be so nice.
No, no, it's definitely a you thing.
We made it to the next gate.
Cheongui-moon Gate.
Cheongui-moon Gate.
I love it.
This gate's actually kind of special of all the gates we're going to go through. It is the only one that has remained relatively intact through the multiple invasions. So this one right here, the pavilion, is actually from the 1700s.
Yeah,
So this one's properly old.
properly old.
Properly old. It's older than the US.
That's not very hard to do though.
We're both starving a little bit.
We are.
So,
Food?
yeah, we're going to go get food.
Oops. We ended up at a pizza place. We got some beer and a pepperoni pizza, and this is the happiest I can be. I'm so happy.
Is there really anything better than pizza and beer when you're in the middle of a 13-mile hike?
Nope.
The pizza place?
Oh my gosh.
That was just what we needed.
And they had Tabasco, which we haven't seen in so long.
I think it was called Pizza Lab. And honestly, the pizza was really good. It was a little pricey, but definitely worth it. You got free tea at the table, which was cool. The fog cleared, so check out this view of Seoul.
So pretty.
That is really cool.
Ah, man.
I had no idea Seoul was so mountainous.
No, I didn't either. I mean, we're about to climb to the highest peak.
The highest peak?
Keep going.
Right there. There's Tia's forehead. So we got to make it up there.
It's funny because like 2 minutes ago I was talking about how the pizza gave me a second wind, and then I saw what we had to climb up and then I just lost it all.
I'm loving this hike though.
Yeah.
You're just walking through, it's like a very temperate, almost rainforest. And every once in a while through the trees you see like Seoul just stretching out, or these big mountains. It's really, really cool.
And I feel like we've hit an older section of the wall, because you can see the rocks are a lot darker and there's moss growing on them and they're a little bit more irregular. Really
There's
neat.
just more like wear and tear on them.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It doesn't look very impressive from here, but that peak is where we came from. And somewhere up there is where we're going. Two summits in one day.
Woohoo!
Made it to the top of this one.
All right, so earlier I said that we were on the highest point in Seoul, and I meant the highest point on the Seoul walking trail. That over there is the highest point in Seoul.
Which we're not hiking today.
No, definitely not.
It's very beautiful up here. And it's not foggy at all anymore. In just every direction you look, you can see just 360 of Seoul stretching out before you.
It's beautiful.
There are military bases around here, so we have to be kind of careful with what we film. But here's kind of the 360 in the background.
We are on like a really big, kind of narrow rock.
Yeah,
so.
we are. Anyways. And I think this trail closes at sunset, so we have to hurry up and try and finish this thing like in the next 2 hours.
Yep, so we gotta book it.
Another gate.
This is Sukjeongmun Gate.
This one's sort of like just in the forest, kind of on top of one of the hills. So way more remote than most of the gates.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
Also, this seems like a good time to show you the true size of these gates.
Oh yeah.
Tia for scale. There she is. There's Tia. There's the gate. They're pretty big gates, honestly.
And pretty big doors. The size of these stones are massive. Ugh.
Getting two Tia for scales.
2 for 1 deal. That is so big.
Okay, so we're kind of coming out of the mountain and back into the city here. The sun is setting. It's absolutely beautiful. Also, good news, I think that the military part that we just went through was the only part that closes after dark, so we can finish this hike tonight. You ready?
I don't know which way to go, but yes. Okay, so I think we're around here. So what's that?
That's like a little more than halfway, but we have done 3 of the 4 stamps.
Yes, and all the big hilly mountains. So yeah, I think we're just making our way here now.
let's hit it. And just like that, we're in the city again.
Oh, I love this trail. And now that we know where to look for them, there's actually signs leading us the way the entire time.
Yeah, that part in the beginning was, I think, mostly our fault. They're very discreet, but there are signs all over the place. Like, sometimes you see them on the side, sometimes you see them like in the pavement or like up on a telephone pole. You just kind of have to watch out for them. But yeah, we're almost towards the last gate. But that's not the end of the hike.
No, I think that's like, then after that we have another quarter left of the whole loop. So
we're gonna get to see the Seoul cityscape at night, which I'm actually super excited about.
So excited for that. So now that we've been on this trail for a good amount of hours, there are some things that we've noticed that are kind of fun. Firstly is that there are CCTV cameras just absolutely everywhere. Even like in the non-military parts, they've just been kind of hidden in the corners and stuff. And also it's kind of weird that a lot of the trail was covered in this like woven carpet kind of thing. It was nice when we were going down hills, like a nice little cushion. Also, most of the people that we've seen today have been older, and they've been just like kicking butt, like not breaking a sweat or anything.
Way better than us.
Look at this. It's a little embarrassing, but we're almost done. So, actually we're not almost done. I don't know why I said that. We have very many miles to go.
We did it!
Last gate.
Look at that!
It's so pretty and lit up. I love it.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
And the lights just around the city here, ah, oh, so beautiful.
That's beautiful. It's so cool to see it just like lit up like this. Okay, let's go get that stamp.
Okay, that's actually why we're here.
I suspect that Tia might be crashing a little bit.
Last one. I think I'm gonna miss this time.
We got all the stamps.
Heck yeah.
Well,
I mean,
we faked one. Oh my gosh, this is a long day, but we're actually not done yet. So this is where we got the final stamp. And to actually end up back where we started, we have to go down here by Seoul Tower and then end up right here.
well, I mean, Seoul Tower is right there. So I mean, we have to do it.
All right, we'll see you guys up there. Okay, I'm really sorry for that cheesy cheesy moment there, that transition, but
we're very tired.
we just didn't feel like filming the hike in the dark. But anyways, it's been about 2 hours, and we made it to the top here.
Look at that, Seoul Tower.
There's the tower. But the best part is this view, you guys. This is insane. Look at this. That was totally worth it.
10 hours later, we made it here. Very happy. That was awesome.
I think now we're just going to hike down this mountain and find the biggest burger that we can and eat it.
That sounds like a really good plan, honestly.
Thanks you guys for coming along with us, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you. Subscribe. This is also why it's taking us so long to do this hike. Gotta get the camera.
Okay. It's a pretty big gate. Blah.
Should I tell him? Should I tell him?
What? What was it?
It was a bug.
Ugh. For those that are wondering, yes, we did the entire loop. Okay, good night.